What's up, guys? I'll give people a few minutes to get in here. About last night. Oh, man. Come on, guys. I tagged a few of you, too. Come on in. What a night. Crazy. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to start here in a second. In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and hey, check it out. Last night was insane. The hits just keep on coming. The hits just keep on coming. Man, I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I have zero tolerance for anybody asking me a bunch of questions about this. I hate to be like that. I don't really want to, but I have no choice. You're forcing my hand. If you were on the call last night, on the Zoom, not only did you get more information about where we're going, but if you're anything like me, you decided to really go in hard. That's the only way I can view this right now. That's all I can do. I mean, I wish there was a more polite way to put it. At least for me, I can't find one. But it's put up or shut up time, folks. We own a car company. Let me explain that a little further. YEREQGEO Energy owns a brand and a line of EV vehicles. 3 models so far. These cars are already made, assembly line ready, done, ready to get sold. And as an owner, we already know that we get a 5% stake in the entire international conglomerate. So all of our product line, all of our verticals, all of that money combined, every bit of it combined, the numbers have already been laid out. Whatever percentage that the company takes from everything sold, and that percentage is 15%, which is very small compared to how much they're giving out to the field. The field. They're keeping 15 in the house. That's on my YouTube channel. But anyway. Of that 15%, 5% of that 15% goes to us. And if the only vertical we had was EV charging stations of various costs and abilities, if all we had was charging stations, and all we did to promote those charging stations was put our ads in grocery stores, don't worry about cable, not cable, but don't worry about streaming TV like Roku and Netflix and all that. Don't worry about any of that. YouTube TV. Don't worry about any of that. Leave that off. If all we had was Grocery TV, the company, right? Yereq Media, if Yereq Media was powered only by Grocery TV and all we sold was car chargers. Now, some of those car chargers can be $150,000, but let's just go with the medium, like $5,000. As of today, we're in 6,000 stores. 6,000 stores. And what if the medium product that we sell, which is about $59.95, the car charger for, you know, customers that want a consumer version, right? Which is where most of our sales are going to come. Let me do the numbers, because I say all the time, I'm the pretty one, my wife is the smart one. So let me put this in. All right, $6,000 times 600,000. Why? Because if all we got was 10 sales a month from 6,000 stores, right? If all we got was 10. So what I did was $6,000 times 6,000 equals 36 million. Times 10. That's just one per store. $6,000 times 6,000 stores. That's one sale a month per store. One. The commercials are running all day long until the store closes. So what if we only got one sale a month? That's $36 million. But the goal on the call was, what if we got 10 sales a month? Simply 10 sales a month. That's a little over, just slightly over 2 sales a week. Now we're talking a week. Grocery store where everybody goes all day, every day, and they see these signs and these kiosks in the front of the store on the way out, all this stuff going on, right? 10. Just 10 sales a month. So let's take 36 million times 10. $360 million. Some businesses would be happy to make that in a year. Most businesses would be happy to make $360 million a year gross profit. Now, let's take that gross profit. Let's take minus 85%. Because if you put a charger in a business parking lot and you own the charger, but the business owner owns the parking lot, y'all splitting that 85%, 45-40, right? So let's minus 85% equals $54 million. $54 million. Divided by 3. Why did I say that? Because it's 15% left over for the company. 5% of that's ours, so 5, 10, 15. Divided by 3. It's 18 million bucks. 18 million bucks divided by 10,000. It's 1,800 bucks a month. Passive. Passive. So, not residual, even though it is residual payment. The residual only means what's left over. So when it's all left over, here we are, passive, $1,800 a month. Now remember, that's one product sold in one place. Grocery stores. Grocery stores, you know, CVS, pharmacies, stuff like that. Wherever you see those kiosks, 6,000 stores. 6,000 currently. Growing every day. But let's just start with 2023, where we are right now. 6,000 stores times 10 sales a month. And that's just on one product. All we had was this one product. But guys, they are building 100 retail Y stores. Where every product we have is in the store, including the cars. They're going to probably have one or two models on the show floor. They'll have a model of the solar. They'll have a model of the EV charging. They'll have the energy saver. They'll have the everything, the router. They'll have all this stuff in a store. And all we have to do, when I say all, think about it for a second, all we have to do as distributors, not even the owner piece, leave the owner piece off, okay? What if as a distributor, you build a sales force of 3,000 distributors and you hit $300,000 a month, 2 months in a row? They're going to take one of those 100 stores and put that in your team. It's like all of a sudden, this master super huge salesperson came and joined your business and you got 5% of everything they sold. It's like Jordan Belfort joining your sales force, the Wolf of Wall Street. And everything he sold, you got 5%. When John says he's going to create 10,000 millionaires, he knows what he's doing. Now, that's no income claim. But down in Texas, we call that getting a clue. So clearly, when I got done with the call last night, I couldn't sleep, and I was going to have my own Zoom, but I said, I'm going to leave people alone. All of a sudden, Jonica reaches out, right? My top dog reaches out. Gee, we on a Zoom. You want to come on? Yeah, okay. So I'm sitting in my Jeep, smoking a cigar, trying to calm down. And I get on there, and everybody's talking. People are excited. It's a brother on there called No Boss. He's just the man. All about on there was talking literally the right stuff. And while I was there, one person was getting ready to get off. Yeah, man, I'm getting ready to go and do my due diligence and my research. And right before he got off, I said, think long, you think wrong. Clock's ticking. And somebody on there tried to chastise me. Bad idea. Tried to chastise me, saying, he has a right to do his research and blah. You be careful what you say. I ain't got to be careful about nothing, woman. You don't know me like that. I ain't got to be careful about nothing. I'm an owner. I'm standing inside the ark. I've been in the ark since January. I'm like, man, I'm sick of shoveling hay to these animals. When are we going to start moving? I've been in there since January. January 18th, I became an owner in YEREQGEO. I don't want that brother. I don't care how I present it. Don't shoot the messenger. Keep your eye on the message. I don't want anybody under the, as my dad used to say in church, under the sound of my weak voice. I don't want anybody to be thinking about it when we hit 10,001. I don't want anybody to be thinking about it, doing their research. Even though a lot of these researchers, now I did my research, but it took me about 24 hours because I knew what I wanted in life. Right? Some of these same researchers have put hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands, into MLMs selling vitamins. And the government ain't never told anybody, we need you to sell some vitamins to people. Even when Michelle Obama was waging a huge get healthy campaign with kids, not one time did she say, I'm going to bring something to my husband so he can bring this to the Congress and mandate that kids start taking vitamins. It ain't never happened. There's only been 2 worldwide mandates that I can remember. 3. I don't remember the first one, but I've only seen 3 in my lifetime worldwide mandates. First one I saw was the whole world saying we need to find a way to stave off people dying by the hundreds and thousands from COVID. So the world got together and came up with a plan. It was fluctuating because they didn't know what they were working with. They came up with this, they came up with that. They said you should do this. They didn't know. Okay, well, that's how science works, guys. You don't know all the answers up front. So when you tell the people, as you're learning, as you're growing, it's always a mistake. Because the people are pretty much idiots. They want you to be their leaders, but then they want to fight you when you lead. Come on, church. Let me say that again. They want leaders. They want to fight you every step as you lead. Dragging you by the pants leg. Talking a bunch of nonsense. Going on social media acting like you're a researcher. Oh, I'm sorry, what research company do you work for? What research facility do you work at? Oh, you meant Google. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you meant, oh, okay, right. Oh, you're talking about Fox News. Oh, okay. Bless your heart. Down south, we say, bless your heart. That means you're a stupid idiot, right? So the only mandate worldwide that I've seen in my life are 2. There's been 3 that I know of. The first one was when the world decided we're going to get away from horses and buggies and steam engines, and we're going to internal combustion engine automobiles. Not horse-driven mobiles, automobiles. That change changed the world. It changed the planet. The streets, highways, sidewalks, neighborhoods, bike trails, man-made lakes, dams, skyscrapers, businesses, all that you, malls, everything you see basically right now, you can credit or discredit how you look at it. You can credit the car, gas-powered cars. But what they didn't realize was they were creating noxious gases that were screwing up the ozone and all that stuff. They didn't realize that. How could they? Not that they would have changed their mind, because rich people act like they're gonna live forever, and they think they got a tunnel in the middle of the earth or something where they can go. I don't know what they're thinking. But anyway, that action created a chain reaction that has led us to today. Right? Because of the internal combustion engine, you can be in Paris in 6 hours. Because of the internal combustion engine, you can go from Tokyo to Osaka in 45 minutes. Because that internal combustion engine led to the maglev train, which we don't even have over here because we still stuck on tracks. Silly people over here. Children, performative clowns. while the world keeps moving. I digress. But my point I'm making right now is this. The third international worldwide mandate is no more internal combustion cars made after 2035. The United States government wants 500,000 EV chargers set up on a network all over the country, starting with 35 states, one of which being Florida. Don't buy into the politic nonsense, guys. Just like Disney, you can't stop Disney in Florida. When you're talking about stopping Disney, you're just trying to appeal to some idiots. All right? So, this governmental worldwide mandate is missing a key component, a sales force. And they don't have time to put one together and train them. We're already there, guys. So whether you want to sell or not, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to sell, if you don't want to talk to nobody about EV charging, if you don't want to talk to nobody about cars, you know what? That's fine. But get in as an owner now. My sister, she's 62 this month. She has type 1 diabetes. She will not be able to keep working a full-time job for very long. Matter of fact, she'll have to retire in 3 years. But she'll retire making just a slight amount of money above what it costs for her to live in Nashville, Tennessee. She's an owner. She has no idea she's an owner. My mother-in-law just retired 30 years working at a small community college in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Itasca Community College. When they switched over to another larger state school college system, they essentially pushed her out of her business, pushed her out of that school and made her retire 2 years early. She may be able to pay all her bills every month with what she's making. Maybe. But I know she won't be able to do it next year because things go up. Right? The problem with a static income is your bills are doing that. Got it? She's an owner. She has no idea what she's an owner in. I just call her and say, "Hey, Ma, what's your full date of birth?" Not trying to be disrespectful. What's your full date of birth? Okay, cool. Okay, here's your password. Okay, cool. I'm setting you up a UPMA account. Can you give me your full address? Okay, cool. Same thing with my sister. My wife, on the other hand, I already know her stuff. So she's an owner now, too. Get in. Stay in. Get paid. Keep that in your mind. Get in. Stay in. Even if you miss a month, get back on track. Get in. Stay in. Get paid. Every month. Let's say you got in 1 month and the first time you got paid, you only made $50. Now my 50, because I paid $9.97, it's not going to be any different than your 50 because you paid $99. My 50 that I get paid is no different than yours. If they pay us, let's say they pay us May 1st, right? And of the 10,000, we all get $50. I'm going to make more because I came in January. So I'm going to get January 50, if it's 50, February 50, if it's 50, March is 50, if it's 50, and April's 50, if it's 50. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll make $200 if it's 50, because it might be 20 the first month and then get to 50. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm going to get paid retroactively from the month I joined. Right? But knowing what I know now, whatever the number is going to keep going up. Right? But just like I said yesterday, when we hit 10,000, I can't wait to hear people complain. Because whenever I physically hear somebody complain or see it written down somewhere that somebody's complaining about, I can't believe I done spent X number of dollars and all I got was $50, but you done bought 200 lottery tickets in your life and they made a dime. But I digress. I can't believe we doing all this and we only getting blah, blah, blah. And you know what I'm gonna tell them? Girl, you better quit. I say stop right now and go call 10 of your friends who are in too and tell them to stop. Why? Because after we hit 10,000, my next goal is get as many of those 10,000 people out of the business. No, I'm kidding. But I'm just saying, the viewpoint has to change about how you do things because it's different. You're an owner now. Not only are you an owner, you're an owner who doesn't get one extra dime more than the guy who brought Apple back from bankruptcy, who's a billionaire, who's also an owner. He don't make not one dime more than you do. We're all equal share owners. The only difference is if you got more stock and more tokens, because I got more stock and tokens than you do if you got in at $99. I just have more. You got 10 shares of stock, I got 2,000. You got 200 tokens, I got 20,000. Because I came in and paid the whole year. I gave the company basically $1,000 to use to advertise the brand. And again, don't focus on me. I don't want to be branded. I don't want the world to know Greg Sane. I don't want the world to know G Sharp. I don't even want the world to know ABS Inc., my company. I want the world to know YEREQGEO, the company with the funny name. Forget all that political dumb shit. Forget it. There's only one 4-letter acronym you need to come up in your mind. MEGA. M-E-G-A. Not MAGA. MEGA. Not red, but green. M-E-G-A. Make Earth green again. That's your job. Make Earth green again. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. If your family doesn't understand, put them in anyway. Get them a ticket to the Ark, whether they know they should be on it or not. They'll thank you later. And the ones who don't do it, they're going to come at you crazy in about 6 months. Man, how come you didn't make me do it? Make you do it? Or they're going to lie and say, you ain't told me nothing. Oh, yes, I did. Let's go back in the record. I seem to see here on my text. I sent you a text about this 5 times. Absolve yourself of the nonsense. Stay in the game. Get in the game, stay in the game, get paid. Now, again, just like I said last night, and like they said on the call, 5% of the company. Here's how you get 5% of your own retail store. You got to have 3,000 paid distributors in your team. You don't have to bring all 3,000, just 3,000. You have to have 3,000 paid distributors in your team, and you have to have done $300,000 gross income for your team 60 days in a row, right? And you get 5% of a store that they prescribe to you, right? What I decided to do was on my team, the team that I'm building, every one of my team members, if you're listening now, under the sound of my weak voice, if you're listening right now, when you hit 20 paid members, they don't have to be owners, because if they come in after the 10,000, it still counts. Every one of my team members who hits 20 paid members, I don't care how much income comes from that, I'm going to put together a system where each one of us get in a rotator. And I'm going to start blasting this out to the world. And I'm going to get us all to 3,000 members. I'm going to get us all to 3,000 members. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to get my team. Let's say it's 10 of us. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'd rather run with 10 than to drag 100. I ain't dragging nobody nowhere. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Kick rocks. But if you're down and you want to get to work, let's go. 10 dogs hunting, and we don't stop till we eat. You ready? Let's go. Get out of here. Finish the rest of my day. And as always, imparting, guys. Peace.